Hi, I'm Daryl Halbrooks from Richmond, Kentucky, and I'm going to be reading an excerpt from my story, Eden. A few other folks live up this way, but I don't know any of them. Sometimes they wave, and I might do something to show I've seen them, not too much. I can't have them thinking just because they waved, I'm going all out on my end. I'll raise my eyebrows or jerk my chin, but that's about it. The first time this one guy waved, I looked around to see if there was somebody behind me. If any of them made a real first move, like if they asked me what I've been doing or something like that, I might tell them about the holes, or maybe show them what's left of Daddy's old car. But they'd have to show me something of theirs first, like the machine gunner's machine gun or that other neighbor's fake waterfall. But no way I'm making the first move. You've probably seen my paintings in the little store gallery down in Walpole. They're Gardens of Eden mostly. Miss Michelle sells them for me. Sometimes I get tired of doing Gardens of Eden, but you got to put food on the table, and according to Miss Michelle, people want Gardens of Eden. And if I don't make them, Vernon Hickman's ready to jump right in. Vernon lives up in Scooter. He's the one's been supplying her with those little animals welded up from garden tools and such. Vernon's been itching to get into the GOE line, but he says he doesn't want to step on any toes. Sometimes I'll slip a tiny spaceship into one of my GOEs. No one's caught on yet, but I could show you just where to look. I put in all the animals they would have had back then. No dinosaurs or mastodons or anything Bible people wouldn't have known about, but lots of snakes and spiders. Not just that one snake. Everybody uses that snake. There's a big white dog under my house. It's dark under there, and I couldn't tell what it was till my eyes adjusted. I have a flashlight, but the batteries went dead in 1987, which I recognize as a sign. I haven't said anything yet to the dog. You can make a dog like you by giving it food, but I couldn't do that. If I made the first move, it would mean that I had requested the dog's affection. But if it comes over and licks my hand, I might speak to it, maybe even feed it. In the afternoons, it's quiet up here, except for the rooster and the machine gunner. I've been here 20 years, and I've never seen him up close, the machine gunner, I mean. I know where he lives, though. From time to time, I walk back behind his property to see what he's up to. He does a lot of hammering and sawing when he's not machine gunning. He's put up a sign at the head of his driveway that says, Redneck. I could have guessed that, but I suppose he feels the need to make it clear. That old school bus I lived in started to leak pretty bad, so I decided it was time to build a house. The squatters had left a few books in the bus. One of them was a book on log cabin construction. You can learn anything from a book. I still remember the name of the fellow who wrote it, Walt Wheelock. Sometimes I'll say his name over and over to myself. You know how you do when you can't sleep? Walt Wheelock, Walt Wheelock, Walt Wheelock, Walt Wheelock. Or I'll use his name when I can't get started peeing, like when I'm at one of those urinals in town. Say a man comes and stands next to me. I start saying Walt Wheelock, and he usually goes away. Then I can pee. Anyway, Walt Wheelock's book showed you how to put together a log cabin. Old Walt, he dug a ditch, laid concrete blocks, used a cement mixer, a level, and all kinds of power tools. All I had was 28 acres of trees and Daddy's old chainsaw, which worked for about a week. Didn't have no fancy level either. I figure if it looks level, it's level. I just dug some holes and stuck posts in the ground. They've pretty much rotted away now, and these days she's starting to list to starboard just a bit. But you get used to that. Of course, when I'm in town, I notice that I lean to the left more than most folks.